is the Schmo with the pro, with the now retired Felicia Spencer as a competitor, but the now broadcaster Felicia Spencer, the pro. How we doing?
I'm doing great. I'm really excited to be here. This is a whole new world, it feels like, even though it's, familiar. Just on the other side, I guess.
So what happened? You retired and then you got a call up that, hey, you ready to be a commentator?
Yeah, well, I was on Ariel's show and I was talking about, I'm kind of interested in doing some commentating, if that was an opportunity. And then the next day I got contacted by Eagle FC and they wanted to try me out. They liked how how I present myself, and they wanted to give me a shot on their event in January and everything leading up to that, getting to know everybody. So. Well,
the Schmo asked Khabib, the Eagle, during the press conference, are they going to have women fighting? And he was non-committal up front about that.
That's all right. That's all right. Not every show has to have, women, or at least, not right away. He's got a lot. He's juggling right now with lots of divisions and lots of great fighters on the roster. So it takes baby steps, but, hopefully he'll be convinced at some point,
How do the nerves for broadcasting compare to, stepping inside the cage? Are they a little different? Are they the same? How do they compare?
There's definitely some nerves, and I had a little practice run on Friday with some broadcasting, some commentating. I feel really comfortable with interviewing and talking. When I have to make up, what I'm going to say kind of on my own, it was a little nerve-wracking because I'm not always the biggest talker all the time, but it just takes practice to kind of let loose and just say what's on your mind and be comfortable. And that's kind of what I always tried to do in fighting, and just to get comfortable and then let it flow. So I think it's just going to be the same kind of strategy with broadcasting, with commentating.
And let's give it a go. Let's flow with the Schmo right here. Let's talk about what just happened with Amanda Nunes and Julianna Pena. It just happened. She lost. You know these females well. What'd you make of this big upset, and is this the biggest upset in UFC history?
I would not say the biggest in history, no, but obviously Julianna, shocked the world for, in an amazing way. But the thing is, I think everyone that was fighting Amanda, myself included, we know that when she gets in a bad position, that there was historically bad decisions that would be made, and that would be kind of the breaking point. So luckily for Julianna, she was able to get to that point in a fight where Amanda makes a mistake and you can capitalize on it. And then from that point, obviously Amanda didn't make the best decisions with engaging in the war that she did, and then we saw what happened. So it wasn't a huge surprise. As soon as Amanda got hit that way and that look on her face changed, it was oh, this is not good for for Amanda right now. But I feel like if they fought again, that it probably wouldn't go the same way. But all respect to Julianna for getting done.
And all signs point that they will be rematching at 135. Now, what would you say is a bigger upset? Would you say GSP Matt Serra, Holly Holm, Ronda Rousey?
Yeah, I always think of GSP Matt Serra, and then exactly number 2 Ronda and Holly. This is up there, probably top 5 though, for the odds of just the general public kind of not expecting this to happen at all. So,
do you think the non-committal rankings in the featherweight division contributed at all to any of your retirement from the UFC?
It doesn't for me, and it was almost more of a reason for me to stay, because I always really wanted to be a part of the development of that division, and especially in the UFC. So that was almost the one thing pulling me back. But I just knew in my heart that it was, that I shouldn't be fighting for any other reason than a desire to do so. So that's really where it came from.
What do you think a girl like Kayla Harrison should do in her free agency decision-making process for what's next for her?
That's a really tough one, because there are obviously a lot of options for her right now. Does she follow the money with, competing for $1 million again? Does she go to Bellator, where there's probably a lot of money, big fights, a lot of, a pretty well-developed division in the featherweight? So that's a really good option. I think probably the most interesting option is Bellator, but the UFC obviously is a dream for every fighter. So, what decision does she make right now? I don't know, but a lot of options for her.
Are we going to get any Felicia Spencer branded catchphrases for the broadcast? Any new taglines?
I might have to, work on a few things over the next few weeks, and we'll have to find out in January.
And can we get a final message for all the Felicia Spencer fans out there worldwide?
Oh, I hope you guys can watch me commentate or hear me commentate, and just love me just the same as if I was fighting in the cage. So I hope to bring something different to the table, with the commentating.
Yes, you can. We got a hexagon behind us, too, for the cage.
Yeah, we'll have to, take some measurements here and, see how it compares.
Former math teacher, you know what's up. We are here at the FLX studios, where it's all going down here in Miami. Khabib Nurmagomedov, the president.
Yeah, that's the most humbling thing to me right now. Since, I got invited to be a part of the team, and just knowing, what I know of Khabib, and I haven't actually had a chance to meet him yet, but it's an honor. I know how much he's just all about respect, and I feel like that may be, the way that I've always come across, hopefully in the same way, just always being respectful and that kind of thing. Hopefully that played a part into why I'm standing here right now. And I'd like to, represent him and his brand well, make him proud to have me on the team.
Can't end on a better note. She's the pro, I'm the schmo. We're out.